I just, I don't know about this, you guys. So my neighbor has Coit outside who do carpet cleaning, but I've been in their house and I don't think they have carpet. They've been there for an hour, so I'm hearing that because Coit's in the street. I was woken up this morning by a helicopter who decided just to like hover over for 15 minutes. Like, what are you doing? Nobody needs that in the morning. And it just feels like it's going to be one of those noise days. However, I have to shoot right now because I'm getting my hair cut because it's just too long. I can't style it anymore. And last night I was pulling the back, like, how long is this? And I'm like, oh, it's like at my waistline. I'm shorter in the front and longer in the back, and I have a 12:15 appointment, which is usually when I shoot, and it will probably be quiet then, but no. What are we doing today? We are doing, let's put on my face some of the things I got at the Sephora sale. I will be doing another video just going quickly over what I bought, and I will be doing another video putting on stuff I got because I got 4 eyeshadow palettes. And yeah, and I have some more orders coming in. So I will do something before the sale is over. So if I found anything interesting or new, you can pop it in your bag. Let's take a look at 3 things that I'm going to be using here, but I'll be putting on some other things as well. One I had never heard of. This is from Rose Inc. This is called the Skin Enhancer Luminous Tinted Serum. Then I got the Guerlain Terracotta. This I got in a warm color, and I thought it was beautiful on the skin, but the wrong color. I got it in 00. And I got this in 040. And I got something that is not new. This is the Tom Ford Quad in Sous Sable. And I thought I would do this today because I'm getting my hair cut. I don't want to do something crazy. I'm just going to a salon. So let's use glasses as the hairband, which is my favorite hairband ever, and get into it. So this I heard about from Alicia Archer, whose channel used to be called Kinky Sweat, but she changed it because she was a little worried. And it's kind of like the Chanel product. It has these little beads that break up and impart color on your face. And I never tried the Chanel. This is kind of runny. I'm gonna pull you in so you can see what's going on. On site, it says to use a brush to break this up on your hand and then apply it to your face. So that's what I'm going to do. This is a classic base from Sonia G. And the thing is, I feel like it's just gonna all get absorbed in the brush, but okay, whatever. Let's try it. Somebody had recently said to me, I don't remember, but I think I was talking about the Chanel foundation. And I said, it's just a little too light, the B20, but the B30 is really, really too dark. And they said you could probably put the water tint, the Chanel water tint underneath it in a darker shade and then go on. And I thought that was a really brilliant idea. Now I don't know if it will work with the Chanel, number 1 to Chanel, because that coverage is pretty solid. But in other places, I feel like I've kind of gotten rid of the redness, but I also feel like most of it is in my brush. I didn't get much going off of that. So I'm going to do another, and I'm just going to break it up on my hand to some extent, and then the rest hopefully will break up as I put it on. And I do feel that this might be a little too light for me. So when I got this yesterday, it was still light outside, but not super light. Yeah, it's okay to apply it on with your fingers like this. Oh, it's kind of messy looking. Yeah, I do feel that this is a little too light. Matching online, always a problem. But I do feel that it's pretty neutral, so it's not orange, which is great. I have my sunscreen and my skincare on, but I put it on about 20 minutes ago, so everything's absorbed. And yeah, this color, I look a little ghastly. Huh. And it's a little streaky and weird. You have to do a little work around the nose, which is not uncommon. But while it's offering a little bit of tint, I don't think it makes the skin look particularly nice. I mean, my forehead looks atrocious. My forehead's usually like Asteria. Huh. What the hey? Me no happy. Me no happy. And I just don't know if it's because of the color. I mean, could the color be making my forehead look so awful? Is it not in agreement with my sunscreen? I mean, it's covering my red cheeks a bit, but again, is that just because it's so light? This isn't what okay, my first impressions, this is not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for just a little something. I just don't know, but I'm looking at my monitor going, this color, no good. So I definitely need to do a little concealer, and I think the e.l.f. concealer, if I can find it, will be perfect because it's not full coverage. So let's just go on with this. They stopped. Yay. That's okay. We are going to bronze. I'm not really loving the way this is sitting on the face. Like right here, I think, okay, it looks good right here. Maybe I just have to go over the whole face and just kind of pounce it. Right. So far, not so hot. This bronzer I did try on last night, and I felt like this is much, much better color for me. I was worried that there wouldn't be much color at all on this. So this is something I bought recently, and it was included in a video, and I just felt like color was too warm. But this one I think is better. Now, hard to tell because my foundation is so light. I think it looks so pretty on the skin. I'm kind of going to go ham with this, more than I normally would, so I don't look so crazy when I go into the salon. And this is scented, which I mentioned in that first video. And, you know, last night I had all of these on my dining room table, all my new stuff opened so I could, you know, see it, and I left it open for hours, and every time I walked by my table, I'm like, wow, I'm catching that scent. You get used to it, I suppose. And I'm just going to bring this up on the high points of the cheeks so it looks like I got color, and over the nose. You think I saved it, right? So I think I'm going to return this and get something, a better color for me, something a little bit deeper. But I don't know, when I'm looking here, I'm like, this is pretty. I'm going to go in with this new Tom Ford, which just came out. I ordered it on the Bergdorf site, and it was a pre-order, and then, lo and behold, it's at Sephora. I'm going in with the pink color, boop, 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 and just a little pouncy wouncy. A little here. I'm just putting on a ton of makeup to make up for the fact that this color is very, very wrong. I'm not going to use the other color in that palette. And let's see what happens with this Tom Ford. This is not new. This is something I bought because I watched a video from Morgan Turner, who was ranking all her Tom Ford palettes. And there were two that I got that she liked. They were higher in her ranking. One she was wearing, which is a beautiful pink look, and again, I will go over everything I got in another video. And this one, I think she just said something good about it. I don't remember what she said. I just remember taking a note and putting it in my cart. And this is the Sable. I think that's how you say it, because you say table, table. So it's spelt Sable though. Sable. And there we go. Fairly neutral, but when I got it last night, I thought, this is very, very cool. So let's put it on, except for this color right here. It appears that these three are mattes, and this one is a shimmer. And excuse my nails. I burnt my hand yesterday. That was so much fun. On a cast iron skillet as I was taking it out of the oven, and I had to ice bath it for 5 hours, as long as I could stand it, take it off and take it in and take it off and take it in, and then I wrapped it in an ice bath soaked towel and then put it in a plastic bag so it wouldn't drip all over the place. Yeah, a mess. And my nail polish started chipping. I'm going to go in with this color on the lid. Anyway, Tamara used to be a nurse, so I called her. I'm like, what do I do for a burn? And I was doing the right thing. Ice, cold water immediately, ice it up. I guess the goal is to take the heat out so you don't blister, because it was the entire handle. I used a tea towel, which is what I usually do, but I just didn't wrap it well enough, and I didn't realize it until it was already in my hand. And you know, cast iron skillets weigh a lot, and I was like, oh my God, I was already close to the countertop, so I didn't want to put it back in the oven, and I kind of wanted to drop it, get it out of my hand right away, and I didn't want to do that on the stove, so I dropped it, it splattered everywhere, I rinsed my hand, picked up some ice, but the truth is I was still cooking. So then I had ice in one hand and I had to saute my beet tops in the other hand. Well, first I had to parboil them. So I'm like holding ice and using this hand to parboil, and yeah, it was a mess. So the good news is, it looks like I'm not going to blister, but I am going to have to do my nails again. All right, so that is just that shade all over, and I feel like this could be a one and done. Just, you know, hit it a little bit better than I did. It is reading a bit darker than I thought it might. Isn't that interesting? Let me do a couple swatches for you. So I'm going to do that one, first row. So the first two look like that. And that is a bit warm, and it is a satin-ish shade, that warmer color. And this, so creamy. Delicious. And this is what the quad looks like. So it is definitely not quite as cool as it looks here, but it is cool, for sure. So I'm just going to do this shade with Ray Morris brush and, you know, see what happens. I think this might be a nice daily palette. And again, if I wasn't in a hurry and I wasn't doing something so casual as getting my hair cut, maybe I'd go in with that darker one just a little bit right here. And then I'm just going to clean this off and do some better blending right here. I feel like this skin is beginning to kind of meld with this rose ink a little bit, and maybe it didn't like my sunscreen, you know, maybe that's part of the problem. So I am going to get it in another color. I think I'm going to take this shader with the darkest color and just go around the lash line with that. It's not as dark as I thought it might be, so maybe I'll just do a little V here. That's interesting. So I kind of like it. I just feel like I need to blend a little bit more. I'm going to take my big mirror here. Oh yeah, I don't mind this at all. It just needs a little bit of blending. I'm just going to pull my skin a little bit so I can get a better blend with my creepies. And look, I spotted some eyebrows that need to be plucked. Maybe, probably won't. Wow! Oh, I do like this. This is really pretty. So I think I have enough courage to just pick up the shimmer shade with my finger and see, because it's an interesting juxtaposition to have such a cool eye, but it's not too cool once it's on, and then they have this warm shade, kind of like a melony shade. And by Melanie, I don't mean the name, I mean melon, E, like cantaloupe, really. Huh. I find it astounding that I did not get any lip products, because I honestly, I feel a little bit overwhelmed with lip products right now. But I'm going to go on with this. This is the new color. I think it's called Dream Pop, and it's brown, and I think it'll be perfect for this look, which is more of a casual look, but not a no makeup look. A little bit of brow, but let's talk about my conclusions. This, I think with all the bronzer and everything, it's okay, but I do feel that it's a little too light. Like, my neck is generally the lightest portion of my body, really, because this is my little umbrella, and it feels like it's lighter than my neck. This definitely is a neutral tone, too cool, really, because looking at my monitor, I see the yellowness here, but no yellowness here. So I think I'd want to try this again with a different prep and a different color and see what I think of it. But right now I'm thinking it was kind of weird going on. I just don't think it was in agreement with my skincare, especially on the forehead, which is usually my best area. But like, it looks good on this cheek, but it doesn't look so good on this cheek. And I'm just, I don't know. Worth trying again, because this could be fantastic. And even though it's a tint, I felt like it kind of covered up my redness pretty well. So I just don't know. Like, I have foundations that have as much coverage as this, but that don't call themselves tints. All right, now insert here, and I don't know where I'm going to insert this, but you know, when I'm looking in this mirror, which is magnified, and I'm looking in this mirror, which is not, but it's a little further away, and I'm thinking, it looks good here, magnified, it doesn't look so good. I was turning off my lights, I went into the bathroom to take a look in there, and it looks great. So I think I have the same conclusions that I had before, is I have to keep on trying this, but I feel like, I mean, who cares what it looks like in a magnifying mirror when I look in the bathroom mirror and I love this look. It's really natural looking. It kind of looks like it's my skin. But the conclusions are the same, which is I need to keep on playing with this. And now I'll continue to do my conclusions. This I love. This Tom Ford, this is the Eclat Nude. It just came out, no question. This, I tried it before in the first video. This color is much, much, much better for me. I was afraid it would be too light, and I almost ordered the next shade darker, which is quite a bit darker, but I think this is going to suit me very well. So this I like, but it's super, super scented. And then this, I'm surprised because this is the one I didn't want to try today, but I thought, you know, I can't go to the hairdresser with a bright pink eye, should I be able to achieve one, so I may as well do this. And it kind of scared me because I thought it was too cool, but it's really, really not. I think this, I finally found a Tom Ford quad that I feel that I could wear every day. I have a couple more. One has some beautiful colors in it, and I love it. I think it's African Violet, and then I have Visionaire, and Visionaire seems to be my wheelhouse, and yet I never pull to it. It's just not quite right. Where this, I really, 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 really like. I really like this. It's like an everyday, just get it done. Several of those shades can be one and done shades. Just put it on the lid and go. I think I'm surprised that the dark shade wasn't as dark as I thought it might be, and I'm kind of tempted to rub some into my lashes, but I think instead I'm going to go in with this, which is new from Hourglass. When I shot this video yesterday, I had gone to the Bergdorf site and it was there. That's where I bought it. And then when I wanted to go back to get some screenshots and links, it was not there anymore. And that is putting on my face some of the things I got at the Sephora sale. I will be doing another video showing you everything I got as soon as my final thing gets here. And, you know, I'm not going to try any of it on because it's really going to be designed to help you decide, do you need this? And that's going to wrap up today's video, you guys. Sorry, it was weird. This is what happens when you're in a hurry and you're like, I have to go, I have to go, I have to go. Or the sound, the sound, the sound. It makes me a little bit nutty. Not too hard to do. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful to you. Give me a thumbs up if you've made it to the end. I love you for it. And until we meet again, be safe and smart. I'm wishing you good health.